So today in this video tutorial we will learn about how to find the signal to noise ratio within the Scilab 2025. So first of all, you must know that this is our main console of Scilab 2025. We can even directly write the commands here, but better is to use the sign notes. So on the top left corner we got our launch sign notes. Click on it, and now we have opened our editor or M file. So here first of all we will generate a signal, that is sig_00 is equal to this thing. And now sig_00 is just a variable. Okay, we can write any other name of our own choice, but as we know that all the signals have certain values on certain indices. Okay, so that is why we will give certain values like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and after it is 5 we can write 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. So this is our small signal. Okay, and it contains this value from 1 to this 0. So this is our signal. And what about the second thing that is called as the noise? So noise_00. now we will create a noise, because we must know that in our environment there are a lot of noises and they always used to attenuate or distort the signal. So noise_00 is equal to 0.5 multiplied by rand, okay, wait, 1 comma length of sig_00. Now what is this? You must know all these things. So what is this actually? We have written this 0.5. Why it is so? Because we are just generating a random noise signal. Noise is obviously a type of signal, but its magnitude must be very less, because all sort of noises usually have very less magnitude. So here, in order to have a lower magnitude, we have written this 0.5. And why we have written this rand function? Because we must know that these noises are just the random functions. They are just the random signals. They can come, they are not a proper informative signal. They are just like a hum of the radio. So okay, and then this rand function, and now we have written 1 comma length of sig_00, because in Scilab we must have the same lengths of signal and noise. So that is why we have written that we have created a signal which is of the same length as the original signal. So noise signal and actual signal both have the same lengths. So now this has been done. We will go and we will, okay, first we will run these two commands and we will write anything like SNR_000000 save, and we, okay, so like, and now this is done. Now both have been generated. Now we will find the power of each signal. So we write po_sig, because we want to find the power of original signal. So we write sum of ABS absolute of signal_00 sig_00 dot raised to the power 2. So this is our thing, and after this has been done we write length of sig. Okay, length of sig_00. So now this is our what's called is the formula for the power of signal. So this is our thing. Now why we have taken this absolute? Because we want to nullify the negative values. Okay, And why we have taken this square? Why it is so? Because power is just a scalar. Okay, so we have to do these things because signals obviously have some sort of area under their curves. Okay, so in order to find the power, we have to measure the area. So sig underscore 00 dot raised to the power 2 divided by length of 6. So this is the power. Now we will copy it out, we will paste it out, and we will just write no. Okay, so power of noise, and here we will write noise underscore 00, and here also noise underscore 00. The rest will be the same because both are the signals. Simple as that. Now this has been done. Now we will go for our signal to noise ratio, and signal to noise ratio is just sig po sig. Okay, it's a po underscore sig divided by po underscore noise. Okay, so this is our what's called is the formula. Now we will go and we will display like this. So here display we will write string of, because in display with the help of this display function we can just display the string data. So that is why, and this is just if the flow type of data. Okay, and all the things, that is power of signal divided by power of noise, the answer will be stored inside this SNR variable. Okay, so this is the SNR variable. So whenever we cannot directly print the value of SNR, which is the which is having some sort of decimal point in it, so better is to convert it into the string format, whose formula is string of SNR. So, and here, okay, now let me execute it out. So it is 82.27. so this is signal to noise ratio, but we will do it with some good thing like okay, we will display first we will display po underscore sig, then po underscore noise, which is power of noise. Sig, noise, and SNR. Okay, so we can go and we can display all the things. Also we can here also we can also write here if we want that this is signal power. Okay, because display function will just take these two parameters and then it will display as it is, and obviously this is just the what's called is the strings, this one signal power, and then noise power, and then SNR, that is SNR value. So now we can run it out, save and execute, and now you can see that signal power is 8.5, noise power is 0.0799, and SNR value is 106. Okay, wait, let me see again. Okay, so again we can run it out, we can run it out. Power of signal divided by power of noise. Okay, so signal noise, so it's good. Run it out again. Okay, So this is our formula for signal to noise ratio, and in this way you can find your signal to noise ratio value or our SNR value. So hopefully you got the concept that how you can find the SNR value of any signal within the Scilab 2025. So thanks for visiting our channel and don't forget to subscribe.